So hello everyone. In the series of discussing about the categories, classification and the characteristics of services, in the previous lecture video, we talked about different categories of services in service marketing. Now, in this lecture video, we'll talk about the classifications of service marketing. Now, when we talk about classification, other concepts that are closely related to the classification of services are categories of services, characteristics of services. Categories of services we had already covered in the separate video lecture. Now here we are talking about the different classifications of services. Now as in the screen you can see these classification of services are broadly categorized into tangible actions, intangible actions, people based and equipment based. So in this tutorial video we'll talk about the classification of services in summary, and then in the next video we'll talk about these classification in detail. Now, when we talk about the classification of the services, there are broadly four classifications based on the service operations, based on the level of tangibility, based on the customer employee presence, and based upon the customization of the empowerment, or we can say equipment base also. Now, on your screen, you can see there is a slide infographic, and if you look at the left side of the screen, you will see the classification is explained with the help of four parameters. Number one is the service operation. Number two is the customer employee presence. Number third is the customization or the empowerment, and number four is level of tangibility. So here we are discussing about the classification of services in service marketing, which is explained by four parameters: service operations, customer employee presence, customization or the empowerment, and level of tangibility. So when we talk about the service operation as a classification, this could be explained with the help of class of service process. So there are four categories, four subcategories into service operation. So number one is service shop, number two is mass service, number three is the professional, number four is the service factory. So service shop is the extent of customization, for example dental clinic or bank or hotel. Then we have mass service. Mass service is the source of value added. Number third is the professional services like people or equipment focus. And then we have a category, fourth category, subcategory, which is service factory, where the service is produced. So on the basis of the operations, services has been classified into four subcategories. So these four categories were service shop, mass service, professional service, and fourth one is the service factory. So this is about the service operation. This will cover in the detail in the next video. Now, when we talk about the second classification is customer employee presence, means the presence of customer as well as the employee. The here employee means the person who is delivering the services, and customer is consumer also. Customer may be consumer, the person who is receiving the services. So the presence of customer and employee may be mandatory in case of sometimes when the services in case of the depending upon the nature of the services, sometimes both need to be present, and sometimes only the service receiver or the customer availability is sufficient. Now, when we talk about third category of the classification, customization or the empowerment. How much services could be customized? What is the possibility, and what is the empowerment possible? Empowerment may be in terms of the employee empowerment. Empowerment may be in terms of the customer empowerment. Now we have fourth classification, which is level of tangibility. Now, level of tangibility has been explained into two parts or two subcategories. One is tangible action, and second one is intangible action. So when we talk about tangible action or intangible action, then these categories, subcategories are further explained in terms of people or goods, because sometimes services are targeted towards people, sometimes services are targeted towards the goods. So people and goods, and then we have tangible and intangible. So this could be further explained with the help of a matrix that we'll cover in the next video tutorial. Thank you.